Hey, brothers, sewing and crafting family, Angela Wolf here. I'm so excited. I know you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I've had this machine hidden in all of our live shows, and now we can share. So we've got a great show for you. We've got Cheryl here, head of all of education. She's the master of the machines. If you've ever seen those magic hands in the videos, that'd be
Thumbs.
with a thumbs. And we have some educators here as well. You know them all. They've been on the live shows. We've got so much fun for you. So we only have 20 minutes to share. Now, if you go to your local brother dealer or hop on their Facebook pages, they're going to be doing lives all night and all tomorrow. So we're here. I'm going to give you my five favorite features. There's a lot more than that. So it's really hard to get it down, but let's take a look. Cheryl, this is so much fun.
I know. So we don't have much time. Let's get going.
Let's get going.
Where are we going to start?
We're going to start here with the embroidery.
Okay.
How many of you have ever had a picture that you want to turn into embroidery? We kind of played with that in our spirit a little bit.
A little bit.
This is way better.
Way more tools.
Yeah.
Okay. So the idea is you get to bring in your picture, whichever one you want to work with, and you get to start with the icon called Picture Play. And you touch it. Go ahead.
You go.
Oh, you're all right. You touch the Picture Play and it gives you the instructions, but the idea is you just open it up and you choose the photo. Okay, so it's not there. So the whole idea is you just go there, you bring in the picture, and then you get to choose one of 10 styles. And the whole idea is you get to resize it, you can take out the background, you can do all the different tools of it, you can add a mask, and then we suggest you use the magnetic hoop, and then you get to choose one of 10 styles.
Okay, by the way, let's let them. We need to download this video, or not the video. Let's get the design of the machine.
All right, we'll come back to that.
We'll come back,
see what we're talking
because
about.
we need the design in the machine so you can see this, because we did this with the rose, not this one. This is something else you might get from your brother dealer. So we're going to hop on over here to show you my fourth favorite feature, and we'll come back to this one at the end. All right.
Okay. In the meantime, look at this. We now have a stitch regulator that you can work with. And when you choose the stitch regulator, you get to choose continuous mode, intermittent mode, base mode. And when you select when you choose one of the modes, you get to choose if you want straight stitch or zigzag. And then you can make all the adjustments of length. You can choose tension. You can choose how high you want the foot to go. You can play with all the different things. You can choose base mode, and it all works. Now, the cool thing about this stitch regulator is you can choose to work with guidelines. So you don't have to just go straight stitch. You choose guidelines, and then you can see the different guidelines that you can work with. It will turn on. And we can choose all the different ones. And one of the favorite ones we can work with, and we put the fabric underneath so that you can see the vault is the straight stitch lines. And you're going to go here, go to sub, and then watch. We can go circles, and then it starts off with a tiny circle, but then you can change the size of that circle. And you can have it grow much larger than even the echo foot. And you can change the color of the circle if you want to, or you can go to crosshairs. So no matter what kind of free motion you want to work with, you have those options right there on your screen.
All of these options. So, Cheryl, one big thing that we always talk about is how many people want to use something like this. There's more feet.
Absolutely. And the feet switch out real easy. There's a button that's on the back of the foot. You just push it forward. That releases the foot that's on the stitch regulator. And then you just choose the other one that you want to put on.
So she's changing the feet right now to show you the different feet.
That quickly. You want to do that again so you can see it easier? So you just push this button, releases the first one, and then you take the second one, whichever one your optional one is, and you slide it right in that slot, and it goes right in, just like that. Okay?
Perfect. So, for those of you that are wondering, what the heck am I going to do with that? Well, if you're a quilter, you already know. If you like to sew garments like I do, I can use the basting stitch, and it's a stitch regulated, so it looks beautiful. So before we go back to the rows, let's look at this fabulous group of educators we have over here. I know you know them all from the live shows. All right, so which one of you, well, you all have different favorite things. So, okay, let's start with you because we're going to be coming next with your favorite feature. So, you all know Kathy's type. Kathy, from the live shows. What's your favorite feature?
My favorite feature is the buttonhole projection, where I'm able to set the spacing.
Come closer, because we have like a huge room with a lot of people, so sorry if the volume's a little low.
So I like the buttonhole projection and spacing because I'm like Angela, I like to make garments and I can get my buttonholes evenly spaced and it's projected on my garment before I ever sew them.
I love that. I love that.
Isn't
And
that awesome?
leave a comment below because you've seen Kathy on the live shows and we're all in person now. Kathy, you are well known for your recipes in My Design Center. And guess
Yes.
what? There's My Design Center in here. So there's going to be a lot more recipes from Kathy. I love it. Okay, so Tina, you have to come forward because we were just talking about the rose design. Come on up.
All right, here I am.
You got to show them. This is the finished embroidery project. We put, well, I accidentally took my USB out, so sorry. We're going to go back to my first of the 5 favorites, and this is the rose. It's a picture. So come and take a look at how this became that. All right, come on over, Chris.
Okay, we have the rose already selected, and here's the tools I was telling you about. You can resize the rose. Watch, see, you can watch the sizes change. See how you can change it on your screen? And then you can remove the background, you can add a crop, and then you choose the hoop size. And then you just select next. And here's the part I was telling you about. You get to select the different styles of how you want it to go. And when you select a style, then you just choose preview.
And it tells you, Cheryl, underneath.
It shows you the name. Now, the one you just showed was style 6. Well, here, and it says Art Nouveau. So when you do that, you just touch preview, and then it develops that one. It shows you what it looks like. You just go to the embroidery style, and then the one you showed is the result. So it's just that easy. You have all 10 styles to work with. If I just keep scrolling, look, you have one that's called stained glass. You have one that's called geo art, all different fun ones to work with. So you have all sorts of different choices to work with.
I love it. So speaking of roses, we're going to go back over here and bring Kathy in. The other Kathy, so by the way, in the comments, I know we're talking about the Aveneer, but how many of you have the Brother Airflow Serger? If you did, you registered your machine and you took a class with us, Kathy and me. And she's wearing the beautiful jacket, but look what she did with the roses here. Here, I'll help you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, is this all of it?
Yes.
Look at this. One picture, many ways. I think I have a pattern like that. One pattern, many ways.
Exactly.
One picture, many ways. You know what I really like is that you can take the background away. Usually you have to put that in software somewhere, get rid of the background. One click.
One click, machine will do it.
I have a really big sneaking hunch. One of my fish from our last tournament's going in here first. I would say fish to go with the roses, right? Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Great job. So as you know, if you go to your Brother dealers and all the events, you're going to see some of these samples. So that's more. So you've seen my first 2 favorites. Number 3. How many of you are garment sewers? You don't have to be a garment sewer for this one, but us garment sewers, we want something really cool. Let's look at the new buttonholes because in the comments, while I show you this, how much do you like embroidering buttonholes? Used to be 0. Then the Luminaire came out with the great foot, so it went up to about a 50%. Now we're at 100%. Cheryl, take it away.
So now you have the same buttonhole foot. When you choose a buttonhole, and it shows you here, now you can turn on the projection. And it will tell you, hold on, wait a minute. And when it does, what's happening is the buttonhole will now be projected on your fabric. So you can see the buttonhole right there, so you know how big it's going to be. And then when you change the buttonhole, say you put a different button in there, you'll see how the buttonhole, projected buttonhole, is going to change the
So you gotta
size.
put it down first. There you go.
So now it will change the size because we changed the opening of where the button is. Now, that's only the first part.
I
Because
love that because you can see it.
you
don't
can see
what it's going to look like.
exactly, but now that's only the first part you need to take care of, because now the next issue is positioning. So to take care of positioning, I'm gonna ask you to touch the guidelines over there.
Right here,
Because
very easy.
that will take care of taking the precision of the spacing. Because now you see, here's one buttonhole, but now see, here's another line. This is where a next buttonhole would be, and this is where a third buttonhole would be. So you have the evenly spaced buttonholes when you stitch them out. But on your screen, you could change that
Look
spacing.
at all of these options. Cheryl, what happens if you want to change colors?
Exactly, you have 16 colors to choose from.
I love that.
So that will help you for visual, it will help you to see it on your fabrics. It just helps you decide which is for which one. And then notice that last one, it says cloth edge guide. That's for how far you want the buttonholes to be from the edge of your fabric.
Oh, that's
So
brilliant.
see, it's this one right here.
And by the way, on video, you know this all turns into rainbows. The rainbow's not included with the machine, just so you know.
Right, so if I put my fabric edge there, see how this line is there? That's the edge of the fabric. Maybe you don't want the buttonholes that far from the edge of your fabric. You can move that fabric guide edge. You do the minus and it will bottom one.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. Now you can watch this line move closer to the left. See how it's moving in? So then you would just move your fabric itself to match that edge. Now your buttonholes will be closer to the edge of your fabric. So now they're evenly spaced this way and they're evenly spaced from the edge of your fabric and at all precision, so you have it just where you needed it to be.
Okay, so I'm here, Cheryl. I'm looking at this big screen of all the options we have. You can organize your buttons
Vertically
or
and horizontally.
Yeah.
So just to help you imagine what that is, up down the button of the shirt or across a curtain valance or your shower curtain.
oh, shower curtains. Yeah,
There you go.
All right, so this is, as we get ready for the next one, I'm going to bring another educator up here. So this is my third favorite. Now, again, this was really hard to pick 5, but third favorite, I would love to know in the comments, do you still buttonholes? Because if you haven't, you're going to now. In fact, I already have some shower curtains, not one of them though. I'm thinking maybe a bag, a shirt, something like that. So let's come over to our educators again. And, okay, what is your favorite? Oh, yes, Kim, come on in here. Okay. Okay, so Kim, when Kim does a live show, and say in the comments, we love all your samples.
Oh, thank you.
I know, and there's always a lot. Did you bring that Mickey jacket? I really wanted that.
It's at home over.
Oh, okay, maybe next time.
It's hers. It's both.
If you missed that episode. All right, so what is your favorite feature?
Well, aside from, I mean, you know, there's big ones, the big features that are awesome. There's one little feature that I know what you're talking about next. That's one of the big features that I love. There's a little feature that I really like. It's when you're getting ready to do a project and you only want to use 5 thread colors and you want a specific size to go on a specific garment or project. Now there's a filter. As soon as you choose a category, you get there up above, it says filter. You type in your hoop size, you type in how many thread colors you're going to use. Bam, it shows you all the designs that will fit within that category.
I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah,
That'd be in the top 10 for sure.
that's definitely in the top 10, but I think I know what you're going to show next.
I know.
I know,
Okay.
that's really-
So if you're in the comments, you know you love our educators, leave a comment below because we'll keep up the live shows. If you tell us that you love them, and brother will say they can't help but have them. All right, Kim, awesome. We have some other strange mannequins back there. Those are not our educators. They're just fill-ins. All right, before we get to my 4th favorite, come on up here, Alexis. What is your favorite? And by the way, you've seen Alexis on the live show. She's got the cutest stuff. What is your favorite?
The projector.
The projector. Oh, I think that's what we're showing next. I didn't even plan that. So those of you that had the Luminaire, did you like the projector? Do you like the projector? If you don't have the Luminaire, did you wish you had the projector? Well, how could you possibly make the projector better? Bigger, and more. So why don't we take you over to the projector on the embroidery side? Alexis, high five. Leave comments below how much you love watching her on the show. And let's go over here to the projector. Cheryl,
Okay.
how do you get a bigger projector? I can't
Okay.
believe this.
Oh, well, brother took care of that. So I've already brought a design up. And all you do is have the design up, and here's your projector tool. You just select it. You touch projector, and then what happens is the design is going to be projected on the fabric in your hoop. Just touch OK for me over there. Just tells you what's going to happen.
Wait till you see
And
this.
watch what happens over here. Here you go. How's that for projecting? Okay, here's your tools. Now, you have a stylus you get to work with. This is showing you your tools at the bottom, and you can see that it covers some of your tools. Watch this. If I do this, now it'll move out of the way. So now your tools are on the left. If you want to move it over on the right, just click on this one. It moves the tools over on the right. Now I keep saying tools. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I click on this one, it's going to show us that this is going to be resize tools. Maybe you don't want to resize yet. We click on this one, and it's going to show us, now it's going to rotate. So let me show you. Here's your rotate tool. Let me click here. Now watch the paisley. See how it rotates 10 degrees? We'll do it again. It rotates 10 degrees again. But now we can't see what's happening on the paisley over there. So we'll just move the tools to the left so that we can see this part of the paisley design. So it's just that quick and easy. And if I go again, we'll click over here, we'll choose to another editing tool. Now it's on move. So if I do this way, it's just going to keep moving the design. And you see how it's moving down on the hoop? That's what's happening. So you can position your design exactly where you need to go. Now if you want to check everything, this tool will just move the tool down into the bottom corner. Now you can see the whole design without having any of the tools cover the design at all. You think, okay, well that's cool, but oh, that might not be good enough. Maybe you need to see the background change to see your design all the more. So Angela, you're going to touch that gear icon for me on the screen. And see it says background color. You're going to touch that square right there, and look, touch it again. Now you have 16 colors. So you could select any one of those 16 colors.
So you know what color your fabric is. So why don't we pick maybe this dark red?
There you go.
Oh.
Now see, immediately you have projection with the red right behind that design. And if that's not the one you want, you just touch another color on your color palette over there, and the colors will happen behind the paisley. And you can use that however you want to.
Rainbow not included, don't forget.
So you can just choose another color off your color palette to do your choice. Either audition the design or just to see what it's going to look like on your fabric. It's just as easy as that. The whole idea is you can see it while it's there in your hoop. You don't have to go back and forth toggling your projector on and off.
I absolutely love that. So before we go to the next one,
We got to do two really fast.
I know we only have 5 more minutes. So first of all, you got I just called you Alexis. I'm looking at Alexis because I was like, oh, projector. Okay, so by the way, do you like these that we've shown you? What's your favorite? So far, those are my 4. What's your favorite?
I love the new guideline angles. There are so many new options.
I was just thinking about this because this is not one we're showing you. Do you remember the guideline that we had? Well, we might have a few minutes, but if not, you'll see this a lot tomorrow. But the guidelines, it's longer, it's wider.
2 inches behind the needle.
Unbelievable. So Sarah, you all know Sarah. She's been on the live show many times, has the cutest designs, and leave a comment below and say how much you love it. So yours is the angles.
Yes.
By the way, there's not just right, left, and back and forward anymore. How many angles are there? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head, but
It's a lot.
there's 8. There's a 30-degree one, 120 degree,
We're looking over
even
8.
negative 90.
Even negative 90.
To the right.
Yeah, and by the way, when you heard that thump, probably somebody fell over one of those angles. I don't know what that was. It was in the way. All right, so that is, now let's get over to my 5th favorite. Okay, now wait, there was a ton of controversy over, you don't think I read the comments? The thing talks to you. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, that I don't want that. Well, I have to tell you, I've had this in my studio for a while, and I forgot that it talks to you. And I was on the other side of the room trying to embroider something, and I hear, change your thread color. And I was like, who the heck was that? So by the way, yes, you can turn it off, but it's kind of addicting. And guess what? It even speaks Italian. So let's go check it out. All right, Cheryl.
Okay.
You probably can't hear it. I think it's going to be too quiet. Okay, so you're not going to be able to hear this. So, but we are going to show you how easy it is to turn it on and off and how many languages. So take a look and just imagine you're speaking Italian, all right? So let's go. Come on,
Okay,
Chris.
so you have all these different languages, and the choice of A and B means male or female. And whichever one you do, you select it, and this is so you can test it out, so you see if you. And if you don't care for that one, you can choose the opposite one and just test it. And if you have the one you like it, you just touch next. And if you don't care for it, then in the voice guidance, you can turn it off.
On or off? On or off? Super easy. You want to talk to a friend? You don't. It's your choice. All right. So while we're here,
Yes?
we should probably talk about those fonts
Okay,
because this would be my fifth favorite is the fonts.
so we're gonna back up,
Okay.
because there we go. With the fonts already up, just as we have a new icon here, it says show preview. What that means is when you select the font, it shows you all the characters that are available in that font. That lets you see what the J looks like, what the S looks like, so that you can already see how it will look when you select that font. If you don't care for how that one looks, you just touch cancel, then you open up a different font to see how the characters what they already look like before you even select that font, so that you can see what it looked like when you do the work. And if you like it, you just say okay, and then when you come up here, you have a new way to enter your letters, because now you entered by point instead of large, medium, or small. There you go.
I love this.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna bring all the educators around because our time is almost up. So for those of you that maybe don't know about the Luminaire or don't have the Luminaire, it still has the best features of the Luminaire. We still have all of that. My Design Center. Come on in here, Cheryl. Come on in here, educators. We gotta end this like fabulously. All right, so we still have the skinny mini new improved move it foot. I'm looking at everyone. Out of my top 5, what's your favorite that you saw? Because there's so much more, but there's gonna be more tomorrow. But we got the move it foot. We have the snowman feature. We have the tapering stitches. We have couching, embroidery couching, sewing couching.
Multifunction foot control,
Are you hearing all this?
camera, snowman markers, endpoint stickers.
Edge to edge. I love that one. So everything that you already saw. So guess what? If when you go visit your dealer, if they decide, well, first of all, if you get this machine, guess what? I couldn't resist a master class. Yes, all you gotta do is register your machine to get a master class. You have all of the educators that are gonna be coming on. And by the way, if you go to your dealer and buy the bundle, this is something new that I was pretty excited about. My new embroidery collections. Yep, and thread. It's fun. So there's so much here, so much education. What's your favorite feature on the machine? Leave us a comment below. In the meantime, everyone, very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thanks guys. See you on the next slide.